Dragon Ball, Beast Gohan vs Super Blue Cell. Gohan forges a new path of evolution, power rivaling a god of destruction. The sky over Earth crackled with an ominous energy as dark clouds swirled above the ruins of a once bustling city. The air was thick with tension, the scent of ozone sharp as lightning split the heavens. Standing atop a shattered skyscraper, Cell, reborn, evolved, and radiating a terrifying aura, grinned down at his opponent. His once perfect form had undergone a monstrous transformation. His emerald carapace now gleamed with an eerie blue hue, his muscles bulged with godly ki, and his wings shimmered like sapphire blades. This was Super Blue Cell, a being who had transcended even the power of the gods of destruction. Across from him, Son Gohan stood firm, his crimson eyes burning with determination. His wild, silver-white hair whipped in the wind, his aura a storm of primal energy. This was Beast Gohan, a form born not from divine training but from the raw, untamed fury of his Saiyan bloodline. His power, once thought to have plateaued, had erupted into something beyond comprehension, a force that could shake the cosmos itself. Cell chuckled, his voice dripping with condescension. Gohan, Gohan. You've finally stopped holding back. But tell me, do you really think this beast form of yours can match me? I've absorbed the essence of divine ki, the power of the gods. You're still just a mortal playing at strength. Gohan clenched his fists, his muscles coiling like springs. I don't care about godly power, Cell. What I have now is something real, something earned through my own will. His aura exploded outward, the sheer force of it cracking the ground beneath him. Without another word, Cell vanished, only to reappear directly in front of Gohan, his fist already mid-swing. The punch connected with a shockwave that shattered the surrounding ruins, but Gohan blocked, his forearm absorbing the impact with a grunt. Before Cell could react, Gohan twisted, delivering a devastating elbow to his ribs. The blow sent Cell skidding back, his feet carving trenches into the earth. Cell wiped his mouth, smirking. Not bad. But let's see how you handle this. His hands flashed forward, unleashing a barrage of super blue Kamehameha waves, each one capable of obliterating a planet. Gohan dodged the first, weaved under the second, and punched straight through the third, his fist glowing with raw energy. He lunged, his knee slamming into Cell's gut before following up with a spinning kick that sent the bio-android crashing through a mountain. The battle raged across the wasteland, each clash sending shockwaves that split the earth. Gohan's beast form granted him unmatched speed and instinct, his movements a blur even to Cell's enhanced senses. But Cell was relentless, his godly ki repairing damage almost instantly. You're strong, Gohan, Cell admitted, rising from the rubble. But strength alone won't save you. His body pulsed, his aura flaring as he transformed further, his wings expanding into razor-sharp arcs. Let me show you true power. Gohan braced himself as Cell vanished again this time. His attack came from every angle at once, a flurry of strikes too fast for the eye to follow. Gohan countered as best he could, but Cell's speed was overwhelming. A brutal knee to his spine sent him crashing to the ground, blood spraying from his lips. Cell loomed over him, raising a hand charged with annihilation energy. Any last words? Gohan's eyes burned brighter. Yeah. I'm just getting started. His body erupted in a new surge of power, his beast aura twisting into something even more ferocious. The ground quaked as he stood, his wound sealing in an instant. Cell's smirk faltered. Impossible. You're evolving mid-battle? Gohan's voice was a growl. You wanted a beast? Here I am. The two titans clashed once more, their battle shaking the world to its core, a fight that would decide the fate of Earth and beyond. To be continued. Title: Dragon Ball, Beast Gohan vs Super Blue Cell. Gohan forges a new path, rivaling the gods. The battlefield trembled as Gohan and Super Blue Cell clashed again, their auras erupting like twin supernovas. The ground cracked beneath them, and the sky split under the sheer pressure of their power. Gohan's beast form pulsed with raw energy, his silver-white hair flickering like flames as he launched forward, fists blurring in a relentless assault. Cell smirked, his cerulean aura flaring as he weaved through Gohan's strikes with unnatural speed. Is this all the legendary beast can muster? He taunted, before countering with a brutal knee to Gohan's ribs, sending him skidding back. Gohan gritted his teeth, feeling the impact resonate through his body, but his eyes burned with determination. Adapting instantly, Gohan feinted left before twisting mid-air, his leg snapping out in a devastating roundhouse. Cell barely raised an arm in time, the force of the blow rattling his bones. You've gotten faster, Cell admitted, his grin widening. But speed alone won't save you. In a flash, he vanished, reappearing above Gohan and driving both fists down like a hammer. Gohan crossed his arms, bracing, but the impact cratered the earth beneath him, dust exploding outward. Before Cell could press the advantage, Gohan retaliated with a point-blank Kamehameha, the blue-white beam roaring upward. Cell twisted, narrowly avoiding a direct hit, but the energy seared his side, eliciting a snarl. The battle escalated as Cell retaliated with a barrage of energy spears, each one lancing toward Gohan with pinpoint accuracy. Gohan dodged, flipped, and weaved, but one grazed his shoulder, drawing blood. Ignoring the pain, he countered by charging forward, his fist igniting with crimson energy. Beast Cannon, he roared, unleashing a devastating point-blank blast. Cell crossed his arms, bracing, but the explosion sent him hurtling back, his body carving a trench through the earth. Emerging from the smoke, Cell wiped his lip, his smirk undiminished. "Impressive," he admitted, cracking his neck. "But let's see how you handle this." His aura erupted, the blue hue intensifying as his muscles bulged, veins pulsing with power. Gohan's eyes widened. Cell wasn't just copying techniques anymore, he was evolving mid-fight. With a roar, Cell surged forward, his speed now eclipsing Gohan's. A brutal uppercut sent Gohan skyward, followed by a teleporting elbow to his spine that launched him back toward the ground. Gohan barely twisted in time to land on his feet, but Cell was already above him, both fists clasped together for a hammer strike. The earth shattered upon impact, but Gohan had barely rolled aside in time. Panting, he reassessed. Cell was adapting too quickly. He needed a new strategy. Closing his eyes, Gohan focused, tapping into the depths of his beast power. His aura flared wildly, silver energy spiraling around him like a storm. When his eyes snapped open, they burned with newfound intensity. "Let's go," he growled. The two titans collided again, fists meeting in a shockwave that split the clouds. Gohan pushed forward, his movements sharper, his instincts honed to perfection. He ducked under Cell's swing, driving a palm strike into his gut, then followed with a spinning kick that sent Cell reeling. Cell retaliated with a sudden energy wave, but Gohan swatted it aside, charging through the explosion with a haymaker that cracked Cell across the jaw. Cell staggered, his grin faltering for the first time. "How?" he spat. Gohan didn't answer. Instead, he unleashed a flurry of blows, each strike carrying the weight of his unleashed potential. Cell blocked, countered, but Gohan was faster now, his beast form reaching new heights. With a roar, Gohan grabbed Cell by the arm and hurled him into the sky, then teleported above him, driving both fists down in a meteor strike. Cell crashed into the earth, the impact sending shockwaves for miles. As the dust settled, Cell slowly rose, his body battered but still grinning. "You forced me to get serious," he admitted, his voice dripping with dark amusement. His aura flared once more, but this time, black energy crackled within the blue. "Let me show you true power." Gohan braced himself. Cell wasn't just evolving anymore. He was transforming. The battle was far from over, and the true climax was yet to come. Both warriors knew only one would walk away, and Gohan would push beyond every limit to ensure it was him. The final clash loomed, a storm of fists, energy, and unyielding willpower. The fate of the world hung in the balance. Title: Dragon Ball, Beast Gohan vs Super Saiyan Blue Cell. Gohan forges a new path, power rivaling a god of destruction. The battlefield trembled as Gohan and Super Saiyan Blue Cell clashed, their auras erupting like supernovas. The sky split under the force of their blows, shockwaves rippling across the wasteland. Gohan's beast form pulsed with raw, untamed energy, his silver-white hair flickering like a storm. Cell, his body reforged with divine essence, smirked as he countered Gohan's assault with effortless precision. "You've grown, Gohan," Cell taunted, his voice dripping with mock admiration. "But you're still just a child playing at being a warrior." Gohan's fists tightened. Memories flashed, Piccolo's sacrifice, his father's faith, the countless lives lost to Cell's cruelty. Rage and resolve fused into something deeper, something primal. "This ends now," he growled. His body blurred, vanishing before reappearing above Cell, driving a knee into the android's skull. Cell crashed into the earth, cratering the ground, but he laughed, flipping back up with a vicious kick that sent Gohan skidding. Their exchange escalated, fists colliding at light speed, energy blasts detonating midair. Gohan twisted, avoiding a lethal key spear, and retaliated with a point-blank Masenko. The beam engulfed Cell, but the android emerged unscathed, his blue aura flaring. "Is that all?" Cell sneered, then vanished, reappearing behind Gohan with a crushing elbow to his spine. Gohan gasped, pain exploding through his nerves, but he spun, catching Cell's wrist before a killing blow could land. The two locked in a brutal stalemate, muscles straining, power surging. Gohan's body screamed, his beast form was consuming him, his cells burning at the edges of their limits. But he refused to yield. "You're not the only one who's evolved," Gohan snarled. His aura detonated, a shockwave of silver and crimson that sent Cell hurtling back. The ground beneath Gohan cracked as he tapped into something beyond instinct, something divine. Cell wiped blood from his lip, eyes narrowing. "Impossible. You're reaching my level?" His composure cracked, replaced by fury. No mortal surpasses perfection. He unleashed a barrage of ki blasts, each one capable of leveling mountains. Gohan weaved through them, his movements sharpening, his mind clearing. He wasn't just fighting, he was adapting. Then came the moment. Cell lunged, his fist aimed for Gohan's heart. Time slowed. Gohan saw it, the microsecond opening, the flaw in Cell's technique. With a roar, he sidestepped, seizing Cell's arm and twisting, flipping the android over his shoulder. Before Cell could recover, Gohan channeled every ounce of his power into his palm. Kamehameha, ha! The beam erupted, a colossal wave of energy that swallowed Cell whole, the sheer force vaporizing the landscape for miles. The light faded. Silence. Cell stood, his body flickering, his regeneration failing. This wasn't supposed to happen, he rasped. Then, with a final scream, he disintegrated, his essence scattering into nothingness. Gohan collapsed, his beast form receding, exhaustion crashing over him. But he'd done it. He'd surpassed his limits, not just as a Saiyan, but as something new. As the dust settled, Whis and Beerus observed from afar. "Interesting," Whis mused. "His power rivals a god of destructions, yet it's entirely his own." Beerus smirked. "Maybe the universe doesn't need just scions or gods. Maybe it needs something wilder." Elsewhere, Vegeta watched the aftermath, arms crossed. Humph. So the scholar finally learned to fight. But there was pride in his voice. Gohan, battered but unbowed, looked to the horizon. The battle was over, but the future was just beginning. His evolution had rewritten the rules, and the universe would never be the same.